Hello everybody, I hope you're all well. We're here today to do a rundown of my new gravel build. I said I would do it, so here it is. So here's my AliExpress gravel build, old fashioned, looking glorious, propped up there in its natural environment, if I do say so myself. This was my first bike build, and in all honesty I just fancied having a go. I thought it'd be something fun to do over Christmas. Turns out it was, and I would absolutely do it again. The frame is a BXT Gravel 135. It's a carbon frame, and I chose it in the colour Sand Dollar. I was browsing frames and just immediately fell in love with that colour. I will say that it's actually turned out to be a lot more pink toned than it appears in BXT's photos, but having read the reviews I was expecting as much, and I rather like it. It's gravel specific, and both the frame and fork have clearance for up to 47mm tyres. I've wrapped it with stone guard to protect the frame. You might still see the odd air bubble about. They will go eventually. It has internally routed cables, so everything is nice and neat, and it's disc brake. The disc clearance is 140mm on the frame and 160mm on the fork. I'm using ZRACE 140mm discs. I'm 169 centimetres tall, so almost 5'7", and I bought a size 52, which fits me great. I've got quite long legs, so I tend to size up rather than going down. The Groupset is a Sensah SRX Pro. The Groupset is the Sensah SRX Pro G12. It's a 1x, and I'm running a 40T chainring and an 11 to 46 cassette, so it has a pretty good range and is well set up for hills, of which, of course, there are plenty around here in the Forest of Dean. The shifter is very similar to SRAM shifters in the way that it works. I've ridden the bike quite a bit now, and it's very comfortable and easy to use. The gears have been great as well. They did start to slip a bit after a few rides, but after tightening everything up again, they are running perfectly lovely and smooth. The wheels are Elite Gravel ENTs. They are their entry-level gravel wheels, and these have a depth of 35mm. I've set them up tubeless with 45mm Schwalbe G-One Bites. These are one of my favourite tyres. I have them on 3 of my bikes now. They're great off-road, great in mud, but also really good on the tarmac too. The brakes are the TRP Hy roads. I did give the brakes that came with the Groupset a go, but quickly decided to switch to the Hy roads. There was nothing particularly bad about the Groupset's calipers for mechanical disc brakes, but the Hy roads performance is just top class and definitely worth upgrading to. The seat post and stem are TOSEEK, nothing particularly special, just standard carbon. The stem is 90mm. The handlebars are TOSEEK as well, and they are the Gravel RS carbon bars. They've got a nice shallow drop, and the flares are really comfortable. The saddle is my favourite. It's the Ryet Ultimate. I've got these on all of my bikes. I find it super comfortable both on and off road, although it doesn't really look like it should be, does it? Weight without all of my gear on it is around 9 kilograms, so we're not talking super heavy, but it's not really light either. To be honest, I like a bit of weight on my gravel bike anyway, because I think it grounds me more and just feels a bit more stable over the rough stuff. A bit of weight isn't always a bad thing. You know I'm like with my road bike, it's a good deal lighter, and although I love it, as soon as there's a bit of wind, I get blown about all over the place. The Severn Bridge is a perfect example of this, and I always feel a bit more secure cycling over it on a heavier bike. And how am I getting on with the bike? Well, I absolutely love it. I mean, just look at it. It looks absolutely fantastic, and it rides like a dream. I've got no complaints about it whatsoever. I've got everything set up just the way I want it now. Everything's running nice and smooth, and the brakes are fantastic. I've got my Routeworks handlebar bag on the front so I can carry everything I need, all my tools, snacks and essentials, and I can even fit my camera and drone in there. If you caught Tom's video where my bars slipped, I think that the weight of the bag and its contents might have been a contributing factor. You aren't really supposed to use it on carbon bars, however, a bit of grip paste and nothing has shifted since. I've got my Bryton Gardia on the back, helping to keep me safe, which is obviously very important. And as it's currently winter and a total mud fest, I've got the SKS Mud Rocker rear mudguard on. So there you are. That's my new gravel build. I didn't want to go into too much technical detail, but I hope I've covered most of what people would like to know. Any questions, just pop them in the comments below. I hope you enjoyed the video. Thank you very much for watching and see you in the next one.